wild match here in Cheyenne. What are your thoughts right after a match like that?
It was entertaining, you know. I mean, all but 2 matches or maybe 3 matches, the fans were so engaged and you know, so it's fun for everybody. You know, it's bittersweet, and we had a lot of individual performances and a lot of upsets and some great matches. But you know, you still, it's going to take a while to realize the opportunity we let slip between our fingers. You know, I think we split 5 matches, but bonus points, and there was 2 matches, 74 and 84, that we could have won. You know, so it's hard, but at the same time, you want to be excited for the guys that performed well and had huge individual performances. And I'm excited for Cheyenne. You know, I mean, gosh, I was hoping we'd pack that gym, and it was full to the rafters. And not only that, but it was a fun duel to watch. I think anybody who was watching that duel had a good time.
Yeah, you got, I mean, 4 like season highlight upset matches tonight. Sam, Branson, obviously Bryce and Montori. I mean, huge wins. Talk about that. I mean, that doesn't happen in one night very many times. Talk about that.
And then you still lose. You know?
Yeah.
That's that burns a little bit, because you see a lot of magic things happen all in one night, and then you're like, gosh, that's how good they are. I mean, that's how good that team is, and you know, it is special in so many ways, but it takes me back to my competing days. My first varsity match, I got beaten overtime by the #1 guy, and everybody was congratulating me, and it made me sick. And so, as much as I realized some special things happen, I kind of a little sick in my stomach, you know, because you don't get that opportunity every day. So it was, you know. But like I said, we're going to feel good for those guys, because those are season type, postseason type implications are going to be on the line. I mean, some guys really help themselves out. You know, that's those are wins that are going to help you in the end. So those are major. So we will enjoy that, but gosh, we'll look back and we'll have some bitterness about this for a long time.
With the performance that your team had, what are some major takeaways from tonight for you?
You know, we got to have a team performance, and when you have a couple of guys going out there and we're giving up tilts left and right, we're giving up bonus points, that hurts, that's hard. We had 2 guys in the 3rd period that needed to close out with a takedown to win, and they had their opponents on the ropes, and we don't do that. So you understand that for us to have success, it can't be 5 guys, it can't be 6 guys, it can't be 7 or 8. It's got to be 10 guys out there. And, you know, there's a lot of things technically where we got in trouble. We had we left our hands hanging a little bit, and they're good with those ties. They're good with their setup. So you look at some technical things, defending tilts obviously at some of those weights. But you know, like I said, you also look at the mental part, and you go. You know, my speech to the team before was I talked about some of the greatest wrestlers, and one of them sat on the other bench, and he was a mentor to me, and arguably, in my opinion, the best American wrestler we've ever produced. And I named him, and Sanderson, and Gable, and Satiev, and Corella. I mean, named all these guys, and I go, the hardest opponent you guys are ever going to face is yourself. You know, if you don't go out there and believe in yourself, you're beat already. And you don't know if that's going to have an effect, and I don't know that it did, but our guys came out there and respected themselves, especially early on, and they fought hard. And now you can walk away and go, hey, we you know, big things are possible. So from the mental standpoint, I hope we can take some confidence. Even the guys that maybe didn't perform well, look at their guys that they're in the room with every day and go, why can't I do that? You know, why can't I upset somebody? So it's, you know, it's positive for the mental part of the game, as we all know, is a big part of wrestling.
A lot of people will look at the lineup and say, you know, a lot of youth in the lineup, or guys that are upperclassmen without a ton of experience in the lineup. But did you see this coming? I mean, I know. You know, Sam and Montori had really nice freestyle summers. Did you know these guys were capable of this kind of stuff?
I know they're capable, and Montori's been consistent. He's been getting better every week, and you know, so you know that. But at the same time, the way we performed at Nebraska, we went out there, and some of our guys got intimidated. The first half of the Iowa State Bowl, our guys were really intimidated just because of who they're wrestling, and that's it's crazy to think that we train so hard. And then we step on the mat and we get scared of the color they're wearing, or the singlet they're wearing, or the coach that they have, or whatever it is. You know, and it's silly that we let something like that take away from all the work that we put in. You know, so you know it's possible. But I've been in these situations before, and our guys haven't performed well. So, you know, they haven't won the tight, tough matches. So that was good. You know, but again, we got to improve on it and try to get everybody to buy into that.
It's always a fun story when you and John Smith are coaching against each other. What does that feel like for you, going against your former coach?
It's usually not very fun for me. I mean, they put some pretty bad beatings on us, so it was good to at least be competitive, and give the people a good duel, because we haven't done that very often. So, it's normal for me now. I mean, I don't feel much different, but I tell you what, when the crowd started coming in, I started getting tingly. It wasn't necessarily them, but I have, the utmost respect for Coach Smith, and I've been on the losing side every time we've wrestled, and I want to change that. But, we fought hard, and it's not enough to fight hard, but at the same time, it shows improvement, shows a program like Wyoming can compete with the big guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.